Hello Year 3, welcome back. I've decided to move us on to another chapter now. We're going to look at chapter 11, which covers fractions. We're going to start with session 1, which is counting in tenths. Here's our in focus. Let's have a little look and see what you notice. We're with Elliot, Sam, Hannah and Holly today. And here we've got a chocolate bar. Our question is, how much of the chocolate bar does each child get? I can see in the picture that they've each got some chocolate. How much chocolate does each child get? Pause the video while you have some thinking time and see what ideas you can make notes of. Welcome back. Now you might have noticed that Elliot has got one piece of chocolate or one square of chocolate. How many has Sam got? He's got 2. Hannah has got 3 squares of chocolate and Holly has got 4. So they haven't shared it out equally, but we can see how many pieces each child has got. How could we show that in a drawing? Or maybe you could talk about it in fractions. Pause the video if you'd like to add anything to your journal now. If you can use a comparative bar model, that might be useful. Okay, let's move on. It says the chocolate bar is cut into 10 pieces. Remember, there were 10 squares of chocolate to start with. One piece or square is 1/10 of the bar, the whole bar of chocolate. Okay, here's Elliot with his one piece, his 1/10, and we can show that on a number line. Or if you drew a comparative bar model, you'll have one square drawn for Elliot. Oh, here's Sam. He had 2 pieces. So that's 2/10 of the whole bar. And we can write that as 2/10. And if you drew a comparative bar or a number line, you might have seen it like this. 0, 1/10, 2/10. Okay, here's Hannah, and she had 3 pieces or 3/10 of the whole bar. Here's Holly, and she had 4 pieces or 4/10 of the whole bar. And you can see how each child's bar is getting 1/10 larger. We're moving on to carry on counting in tenths. Here's Charles looking at 5/10. Here's Emma looking at 6/10. Amira's looking at 7/10. Ravi is looking at 8/10. Ruby is looking at 9/10, and Lulu is looking at 10/10, or 1. Sometimes we say 1 whole. That's the same amount of chocolate that was in the whole bar to begin with. Okay, let's see if you can count in tenths. We're starting at 0. Off you go. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 5/10, 6/10, 9/10. 10/10. What else might we say when we have 10 of the 10 parts? That's right, we can call it 1 or 1 whole. Now let's see if you can do it backwards. Count backwards in tenths. 10/10, 9/10, 8/10, 6/10, 5/10, 4/10. Fantastic. Okay, we're going to move on to guided practice. Remember, you can talk to somebody at home about this. It's a really good idea to share your thinking, even if you're quite quick with a correct answer. So here we're looking at one whole. I'd like you to tell me, what number does each of these stand for? Pause the video while you make a note of your answers. It would be really great if you could draw each of these bars as well. Okay, let's have a look at number 2. What are the missing numbers? We just counted up in tenths from 0 to 1, didn't we? Pause the video while you draw your own number line now. Think about how many increments or marks you'll need to make your number line. You can count the ones on the screen if that helps. Okay, question 3. Complete these number patterns. Okay, there are 4 for you. You can pause the video now if you want to write them out. Did you remember that sometimes we're counting up in tenths and sometimes we're counting down in tenths? Well done. Okay, worksheet 1. Let's have a little look before we start. Question 1. What fractions of the following are shaded? Write the fractions in the boxes. Okay, so we've got one whole bar split into 10 equal pieces. So each piece is 1/10. Can you write this as a fraction for the number of pieces that are shaded? Pause the video while you complete question 1. We're off to question 2 already. Filling in the blanks. We've got a number line from 0 to 1. Can you tell us how many tenths are marked for these 2 boxes? And again, complete these number patterns, please. Remember, there are sheets available to print out for guided practice and the worksheets if you need them. Now, if you're ready to mark your answers, we'll move on. Okay, here we could see 2 of the 10 parts were shaded. Now here, the fraction is written slightly differently. Can you see? Often we have the numerator above the denominator, and here they're written side by side with that slash in between. Okay, both are correct, so if you've written 2/10, that is correct. Okay, here we've got 7 parts out of 10 that are shaded, and for C we've got 4 parts out of 10 that are shaded. And here are the answers for filling in the blanks. Really well done, everybody. Please send any questions you need to through to the email address, and hopefully we'll see some of your learning later in the week. Take care.